Namaste everyone. Today Master wants all of us to speak a little bit about the word habit. I think habit is very important for everyone. We all as children are taught certain habits, good habits, so that we carry them rest of our life. In fact, if we go back in time, I do remember parents and teachers talking about habits a lot, especially when you're in primary school and high school. They say that once a habit gets into our system, it's very difficult to lose it, either good or bad. And I can speak about my own self with regards to habits. I remember my parents used to help us get up early in the morning, do all our things properly on time, and maintain discipline while doing those things, and get to school on time. And once we come back from school, we again had a proper schedule. So what happens when we build this habit when we are young? Just like a sapling when put in the soil, if you don't let it grow in a proper way, or you don't help it in a certain way, it grows in whichever direction it wants to go. So what does a gardener do? He tries to support it and help it grow in a certain way, in a straight direction, so that the branches, the trunk is strong, and all the branches that come out of it also are strong and healthy, and of course the fruits come later. Similarly, if we take that analogy and apply to our own lives, as children, if we build certain habits when we are young, when we are very young, they settle in our system, they settle in our consciousness. And as we grow into adults, as we grow into youth and adults, they become permanent. Like they say, they become second nature to us. We don't have to work on them anymore, they just become part of us. Simple habits like taking care of body, taking care of mind, simple things like brushing teeth properly, taking bath in the morning, taking bath in the evening, getting up early in the morning, praying, finishing homework on time, getting ready to school on time. These are simple things that kids need to inculcate in their life as habits. And once they do that, it becomes part of life. A very simple example from my own life is, once I started to get into primary school, about 6th or 7th grade, I started to get up early in the morning. My father made sure that I inculcate the habit of getting up early in the morning. Yes, initially it was difficult, but as I started to do it, I used to set up an alarm and then get up at 4:30 in the morning. After a few months, I didn't even have to set up an alarm. Even before the alarm would go, I would get up and stop the clock and then get up and do my routine and start studying. Those simple habits have carried further as I went into my college and into university, into my postgraduate degree, and even now after 40 years in my life, I still have the habit of getting up early in the morning and doing things properly, doing things on time. In fact, this simple word habit is so important, especially when you start to understand spirituality. What is spirituality? Spirituality is about understanding who you really are. To understand who you really are, you can't have a haphazard routine. You got to have a systematic, organized, disciplined life. Get up in the morning, clean your body, clean your mind, and then you can experience the spirit, the pure real self within us. So the foundation of understanding who we really are actually lies in the habits. So it is very important that we train our children. But is it easy to train children just by telling them? No. We need to become role models. Unless we get up on time, unless we do things on time, unless we have proper habits, how can we expect our children to have those habits? So it is very important as parents, We build those habits. If we do not have, it is high time. We need to build those habits into our life so that kids can imitate. Kids learn by imitation, not by preaching or teaching. You get up early in the morning, your kid's going to wake up early too. You do things properly in the morning, they are going to do things too in a certain way. Once you're back from work, you place things where they need to go. You cook, you eat, you go to bed on time. All these are habits, and these need to be inculcated by adults so that kids can replicate those habits. So dears, as Master always says, Sukshma is not some mumbo jumbo philosophy. It is about discipline. It is about simplicity, simple things done in a small way. In fact, you take the word habit and split it a bit. So bit by bit by bit. People get worried the moment you say, oh, you got to do this, you got to get up in the morning and do this. They get scared. They get, oh my God, I can't even do that. Start with a small bit. Start taking small baby steps, and you build on those baby steps, and then you will see the end result. So a bit by bit makes a habit. So now good habits are so effective. Like, I love speaking about good things. It's addictive. I want to talk about my experiences. I want to share this with you, but it's a habit too, right? So good habits can change yourself and change the world too. You become an inspiration for everyone else to change. So another interesting habit change, or a new habit that I included in my life, is drinking lots of water after you get up in the morning. I never had that habit actually. But after I came to Sukshma and Master Sunita, I started to inculcate again at the age of 33. I started to have that habit included in my life. Again, the purpose of these things is, the moment you listen to a good habit from anyone, it could be of course from Master Sunita, or it could be from a friend, or it could be from a family member, wife, daughter, husband, it doesn't matter, father, mother. We should elevate ourselves to absorb those good habits immediately. We should become the agents of goodness. Another interesting habit that I've included in my life after coming into Sukshma is this drink that Sunita prepares in the morning, which says that detoxifies your system and then balances all your energies and gives you that nice energy throughout the day to sustain through all your duties and activities in the day. Again, when she told me about this lemon and other little spices, ginger, cinnamon, and other little kitchen spices that she uses and prepares this drink, which is very tasty with lots of honey in it. I initially was a little hesitant about it because it had a lot of lemon in it and ginger, which are very strong on my stomach. Having stomach problems, I was hesitant of starting those habits. But first day I drank it, nothing happened to my system. In fact, my stomach became stronger, and as I kept doing it, my stomach became very, very strong and my whole system became perfectly balanced. Again, the pure intention of the Master, the pure consciousness of the Master helped me heal and also inculcate a new habit with ease. If I had learned this from somebody else, it would have taken probably a few more years to incorporate into my life. Again, because of our own attitudes and our own inner weaknesses. But once you are in the presence of this pure consciousness, it becomes very easy to change the habit. Again, I was talking only about the physical level changes, like habits at physical level. There are habits that we have at mental and emotional level too. For example, I used to be a very emotional person. I used to worry a lot about things. I used to get scared when I see people with ego, a lot of hatredness or bad attitudes. I used to worry about them and I used to suffer for their thing. But after again coming to Sukshma, it became very easy for me to accept everything around me with the simple fact that, oh, it is not from me, it is about others. If they are behaving in a certain way, it is their problem, it is not my problem. I know who I am. And again, when do you know who you are? Only when you go within. If you depend on your mind, it will tell you you are something today, it will tell you you are something tomorrow, it will tell you you are something else day after tomorrow, because mind is constantly changing, fluctuating from here and there like a house fly. going from garbage to garbage. But with meditation, you become like a bee, honeybee. You only know where to go to a beautiful divine flower, get the nectar, and then you will store that nectar for future generations in a honeycomb, just the way honeybee does. It takes all the nectar from the flowers and stores it in honeycomb, which is a divine nectar. We know honey is such a medicinal healing value. See how wonderful honeybees are? But whereas flies, going from garbage to garbage to garbage. That is exactly the nature of mind. If we don't set it into proper habits. But if you set it into proper habits and the proper discipline, then you will become a honeybee. You will collect nectar for yourself, you will collect nectar for others, and you will become an agent of change, and your life you will make it useful for the service of everyone. So at a mental and emotional level too, the changes start to happen. The habits start to change. So dears, take every opportunity. Whenever you hear goodness, good things, Sunita talks about simple things. Master says, it's all about goodness, simple goodness. So inculcate good habits when you know. Don't let your ego come in. I know ego is a big problem, false ego, because we identify ourselves with certain aspects of our life. I am an actor, I am a doctor, I am an engineer, I am an architect, whatever, right? I am beautiful, I am handsome. We associate all our thoughts with some false identification, and this ego comes in our way when we want to adopt good habits. It will immediately come in and say, no, why should I listen to that person? Why should I listen to Sunita? Why should I listen to my wife or my father or mother? We say that from children too. They don't want to listen to us immediately. But if you become a role model, if you start inculcating those habits, children are very receptive to the change around them. So they will perceive the change around, and they will start tuning into those good habits. So dears, let go the ego, keep aside all the bad habits, keep aside all the conditioning. It's all conditioning. What are habits at the end of the day? They are all conditioned thoughts, conditioned actions. Meditation is a process of unconditioning. Sukshma meditation is a faster process, a pure process of unconditioning very quickly. Unconditioning of consciousness, unformatting, and taking you back to who you really are. Who are you? You are a pure divine self. You have to go back there. Once you are a pure divine self, you will attract only goodness, and you will give out goodness too. So keep those egos aside, keep all your attitudes aside, keep all your false identifications aside, and embrace goodness wherever it is, whoever it is. Let it be a small child, let it be an old man, let it be a poor beggar on the street, it doesn't matter. You see goodness, absorb it. Make good habits part of your life. Thank you very much. Namaste.